Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Batocera Nation. So today we're going to begin a new segment entitled, Can You Batocerize It? In other words, can you take a given gadget and try to install Batocera on it, and how well does it run? How well does it work? So for our premiere episode, we're going to try to see if we can install Batocera on the GPD Win 2. In fact, I remember when the GPD Win 2 came out back in 2018. I went ahead and purchased it right off the bat, and I got it in May of that year. And for the longest time, I played with it all the time. I loved my GPD Win 2. But it turns out after a number of months, sometimes I wouldn't play it as often. And then when I would pick it up, I had to deal with the hassle of Windows updating in the background, and then also the hassle of trying to update the emulator. So after a while, I kind of lost interest in my GPD Win 2. A few months ago, I asked myself the question whether I can try to install Batocera on the GPD Win 2. So I got online and began to look for different sites to see if I can find a solution. And I did find one solution, but it wasn't a solution that I wanted because I couldn't output it to a monitor. I wanted to be able to play it handheld mode as well as to output it to a monitor. So after a lot of trial and error and experimentation, I finally figured out the solution. Again, to be able to play it handheld mode and as well as to output it to a monitor. In fact, what you see on the screen is Batocera running on a GPD Win 2. So let me go ahead and show you how I did it. The first thing you need to do is to follow the directions of installing Batocera on the PC system, right? So you can do it on the thumb drive, or in my case, what I did, I went ahead and I purchased on Amazon a external portable kit enclosure. I put my SSD on it, and then I installed Batocera on it, and then I put it back into my GPD Win 2. But if you do install it on the thumb drive, which is what I did initially, make sure that as the GPD Win 2 is loading up or booting up for the first time, that you press the delete key. So with that allowed you to go into the BIOS system, and from the BIOS they can then select the thumb drive so it can boot from there. Okay, so once you have it up and running, the next thing you need to do is make sure you hook it up to a monitor. In fact, when you first power it up, hook it up to a monitor, and once you got running up on a monitor, then I need you to go ahead and press the F1 key on the keyboard. Okay, then you need to go to the root folder. Okay, then look for this folder, etc folder. All right, and then look for this other folder, X11 folder, and then this folder, xinit folder. Okay, this is the file that we need to change so we can get Batocera on it running successfully. Now, some sites will tell you that all you need to do is to delete this right here. Okay, but the problem with that is, while it will work on a handheld mode, you can't hook it up to a monitor or TV. It won't work that way. So that's not a solution. In fact, this is the key. This is the command that you need to type onto this file. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my description in the video. And this is the only thing you need to do. Okay, so type that command. Once you type that command, save it, quit. Okay, now next thing you need to do, you need to go back to it's called applications. You need to go to xterm because you need to make this a permanent change. Otherwise, when you boot it up again, it's going to revert it back to the original file. So to make it a permanent change, you need to go into this application. Okay, so double click on that, and then you need to type this command, batocera-save-overlay. Okay, and again, I will put this in the description of the video. Once you enter that command, hit enter, you're going to see something that says success. Then you know you got it working just right. And then type exit. Okay, and go ahead and one last thing. Let's go back to over here. Right. I also would highly encourage you to copy this file. Okay, I put it on my share folder. Right, it's there. The reason why you should have a backup copy is because when you upgrade Batocera, let's say from version 29 to version 30, it's automatically going to delete the changes you made to that file. So when you upgrade Batocera, then you go back to your share folder. You can go ahead and copy that, put it back into your root, and go back into the original location, right? And then, of course, you copy and paste it there, and then you go into applications, and of course, do the whole process of batocera-save-overlay. Okay, so remember, keep that in mind. That every time you upgrade, you're going to have to make those changes again. So that's why I have it in my share folder location, a backup copy. All right, then go ahead and close the window. All right, so let me go ahead and show you something else you need to do as well. But first things first, let me just show you the information. Right? So you can see here that I've got 1 terabyte SSD drive installed on my GPD Win 2. I bought that at Alibaba through China. It's a Kingston version model. It works really well. Okay, you can see there the CPU is the CPU for the GPD Win 2. All right, let's go. So this is also, it's very important for you to do. All right, so video output, you've got to select this one, okay? Otherwise it won't work. So make sure you select the DP-1 for video output. For the audio output, if you got it hooked up to a monitor, you got to select this one, HDMI 1, okay? If you play in handheld mode, you're going to have to change it to auto, right? So that's the only thing you have to change when you're switching it from handheld to video output. Okay, so this is for handheld, and this is for when you got hooked up to a monitor or TV. All right. All right. Now, and that's something else I also want to share, that almost everything works. Once you saw Batocera on the GPD Win, almost everything works except for 2 things. The brightness settings doesn't work. Okay, so you can't control that in Batocera. And the second thing that doesn't work is the touch screen settings. That doesn't work as well. Everything else works really well, including the volume settings. So if that's really important to you, then maybe Batocera may not work for you. But I happen to find it just to work quite well. The brightness settings, I did go into the BIOS, and I was able to tone it down from the BIOS settings. So this way, it's not set to the highest setting. You can make the GPD Win 2 last a little bit longer. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you 3 different segments, okay, of gameplay. The first segment, I'm going to show you GPD Win 2 running off a portable monitor. The second segment, that gameplay will be done in a handheld mode. And the third segment is through screen capture footage. I'm going to show you some gameplay as well, all right? And then we'll come back up and we'll wrap it all up. All right. Okay, we're going to load up the GPD Win and have it output to the portable monitor. You can see that it has successfully outputted to the HDMI monitor. Okay. I'm controlling it with an Xbox 360 controller. So let's play a couple games, all right? Let's go to Nintendo Wii. And let's play Dirt 2 to show you that's working properly. Alright, enough of that. Let's play some PS2 games. Most of the games in the PS2 will not work. But there are a few games there that will play. The ones that are less demanding. In fact, these top three here, do play really well. So let's go ahead and try out Gradius 5. You can see that it's playing quite well. Alright, I'm going to show you some game footage on the actual GPD system itself. So there you have it. GPD Win 2 running on Batocera. I'm going to show you, I'm controlling it. Okay, let's go ahead and show you some gameplay here. This is playing at 2x resolution. See, that's perfect. 60 frames per second. Plays perfectly. This is also playing in 2x mode. Now this does not run at 60 frames per second. I think it's around between 40 and 45. But not bad for GPD Win 2.
place 19th.
Okay, so this is emulation on the Sega Saturn. This game is Panzer Dragoon. And this is running off RetroArch on the Yaba Sanshiro. And for the most part, emulation on the Sega Saturn works really well. If the game's compatible with the emulator, it's going to run really well without any problems or complications.
I must return fire!
All right, that wraps it up. I hope you found that useful. I want to also stress again that PS2 games really don't run that well. Neither does the Wii U games or 3DS. 3DS was a total fiasco, but everything else runs pretty good. Batocera on the GPD Win too. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I've got more stuff coming up, more material, more content. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please like this video if you found it useful. And I'll see you soon at Batocera Nation. Thank you. Bye.